So what is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. My name is Ray. I'm a guitar player here on YouTube, and I love Jim Root and I love Eddie Van Halen, and why not combine the two? That's why we're here today. So as you can see, I took my Jim Root Strat, the black one with the maple board and the maple neck, and I turned it into Eddie's first rendition of the Frankenstrat. And this project has been on my mind for such a long time, and I finally knocked it out. But how did I get here? Let's take it back about 24 hours. Alright, so here we are, minute 0 of this project. So as you can see, this Jim Root Strat is how you guys have seen it for the last year, give or take. And I really have not used this guitar for anything in about a year. I think the last time I did it was with a cover with Fernando back in like July of 2019. So ever since then, this guitar really hasn't seen any love. And I think it's time to do that, alright? So before anybody starts to drop their hate, I mean, people are going to drop their hate anyway, but I don't really care, man. I'm tired of doing what everybody else is doing, and I'm going a little bit different here. I want to make this guitar stand out and be a little bit different other than just a regular, everyday Jim Root Strat, alright? So without further ado, I gotta disassemble it, get rid of all the parts, and just get this body down to a complete, plain old Jim Root Strat body, and then we'll start painting it black first, alright?
So starting right off, first thing I did, everybody, was I made sure I got the body completely stripped down, and just the body. And I didn't want to sand the body or anything like that, but I did in fact want to get it stripped down and be just a plain old Jim Root Strat body. And the reason why I did that is because I wanted to kind of give this project the vibe of as if I was recreating the original Frankenstrat. And what I mean by that is, first thing I'm going to do as soon as I get everything disassembled and I get the guitar completely clean is I wanted to paint it black. And that is just kind of, like I said, just stay within the consistency of the project and, you know, the accuracy of the project. And I didn't want to just paint over the already existing black finish. I thought that would be kind of weird. So I just wanted to get everything disassembled, get the body stripped down 1000%, and then start from scratch as if I was recreating the Frankenstrat. So first thing I did is I set up this really fancy high-tech rig in my backyard. Funny enough, we don't have any overhanging trees for me to be able to hang the guitar, so I had to rig out something here. But anyway, as I said before, I'm just getting the body, just starting from square one, just getting it fresh, a brand new, fresh coat of black paint. Alright, I just wanted to show you guys this. This is actually kind of funny. I started to do the project with painter's tape, and I know, yes, I know, the original EVH Frankenstrat was created with masking tape, but I wanted to see if in fact that painter's tape would work. And guys, please do not use painter's tape. It does not have any stickiness to it at all, and I think that's because when people are using that for the houses and stuff, they don't want the stickiness to pull off the finish of like the trim or, you know, whatever that they're painting. So I totally understand it. So unfortunately I did have to make a trip and go to Lowe's and get some masking tape, and that is what you're seeing right here. And you can see I have on Google Images, I have the original Frankenstrat's paint job in front of me. And the whole idea with this paint was, or excuse me, this paint job, this project was to, yes, be accurate to the original, but at the same time not be super, super picky about what the final product was going to look like. Because again, this is kind of like an interpretation of an original classic design. I'm not too picky on trying to get it extremely accurate. I just wanted to do this, you know, for fun, and I wanted to pay homage to the original first rendition of the Frankenstrat. So off screen, I went into my garage and I laid out about 3 or 4 feet of masking tape, and then I took an X-Acto knife and a meter stick and I cut out some really thin strips just to knock out all the little weird kind of minute fine details of the Frankenstrat where there's really thin lines going out at random throughout the guitar. So I just did that off screen in my garage and knocked it out. Okay, so the first coat of white paint is here, and I wanted to be very sparing with it because when I was a kid, when I painted my BC Rich Warlock, I was not sparing at all, and I only did it in one coat, you know, one red, one black, one white, and it started to run after a while, and it looks kind of crappy up close. So I wanted to be very patient with this project, and so I did 2 coats of white, and I was not in a rush to make sure it was just completely white, you know, from the start. So after about 2 hours, it was a lovely day here in Philadelphia, and I didn't have to wait too long. Anyway, once it was dry, I took it off of my high-tech rig, and I took it back to the studio, and I started to carefully disassemble the tape job. I wanted to make sure that I took my time and I wasn't too overzealous trying to rip off the paint, or excuse me, rip off the tape, because I didn't want to rip off the paint. And so I just took my time, and then as you'll see here in a second, the final product is actually pretty accurate to the original, and above all, in my opinion, it looks really sick. I think I honestly did a pretty good job, and I'm actually really proud of how this Strat came out.
So everybody, that is how we got here to this point in time, to where I painted my Jim Root Strat and made it look like Eddie Van Halen's Frankenstrat, the first rendition. And it was the perfect idea for me because I wanted to combine Eddie Van Halen, who I absolutely love, and then combine the model of Jim Root Strat and combine those two together and create my own kind of Frankenstrat, you will. And, you know, the main reason why I wanted to do this is because I'm tired of having the Jim Root Strats that everybody else has. You know, I love this model. I love these designs that these guitars have. But, you know, everybody has an all black one. And even a lot of people have the white one with the maple board. And that's why I originally swapped out the necks. And I wanted to continue the evolution a little bit further. And I wanted to create this. And I'm so thankful that I have so many people that were supportive of me doing this. Like, oh man, that looks super sick. And I agree. It looks awesome. And at the end of the day, if in fact I don't like this down the road, I can always repaint it, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll give it like an old school like Daphne blue or an old school seafoam green, like an old school like Strat color. How many times I can say old school in one sentence? And you might be saying, well, Uncle Ray, why is it not put back together yet? Well, I do have a brand new set of pickups that are going into this guitar. A set of pickups that are not on this channel yet, and it'll just give this guitar a brand new flavor, a brand new vibe, and it'll just create more content for me to shoot out and try this and that and swap out this, swap out that, etc., etc. So I'm super excited, man. So I just wanted to get this guitar painted, and I wanted to show it to you guys before it gets its brand new set of pickups and its brand new electronics and wiring and overall look, alright? So everybody, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you in fact found it fun, educational, informational, or you just had a good time, if you want to like and share it, I'd really appreciate it. And if you're brand new to my channel, you want to consider hitting that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. So everybody, I'm out of here. Be on the lookout for this guitar in the brand new future. Be on the lookout for this guitar in the future. I'm out of here. Stay metal, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.